Right,
this
ready?
is going to be the
go.
This is going to be the most extreme episode of Book It ever, and that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. Rerun it back.
I need more. I need more intensity from you two. It
right?
sounds like you're reading it off a teleprompter.
All right, fuck off. Let's do this.
Back to you with the weather.
You're gonna tell me when to go, or am I just going?
Hold on, I'm staring at your beard. Has like a part.
It doesn't actually have a part. I don't think
it looks like it. It looked like
it did at
like
one
a
point.
part. Yeah,
It did at one point.
Got like an Amish thing going on.
With the suit, Amish suit.
Go for it.
This is going to be the most extreme episode of Book It ever, and that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Welcome to Book It, a wrestling podcast where we book and revisit your favorite wrestling storylines. I'm your commissioner, High Five Mike, and today we're GM's Damone, D Money Allen,
Coochie shoes.
Prime Time Krabby T.
Gucci shoes.
And this is where Bad Guy Kenny would be, but he decided to walk away during the intro.
He went to go get his coochie shoes.
Everybody boo this man. Boo.
But you're here listening to Book It, and this week we are going to do an ECW tournament, even though John's not here.
Fuck him.
So
Wow.
now that John's not here, we're gonna do a draft. We're drafting for Book It verse 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Mike's
Don't-
not salty about being not included with the
Don't
two at all. Don't worry.
tease Kenny with that, because tomorrow Kenny will be like, I wrote Book It verse 3, 4, 5.
I'm
6.
ready.
I got the next 18 Book It verses done.
Which doesn't make sense because feedback wouldn't matter at that point.
Let's draft tonight. I'm ready for part 3.
He's ready for Book It
not.
100.
First overall,
First 100.
Rockstar Spud. Oh,
You.
Yeah.
I'm definitely taking Daphne first overall.
First overall, Rockstar Spud.
Taking Hacksaw Jim Duggan first.
Ew.
We should have done a reverse draft.
Say who you don't want to pick.
So, Damone, who are you going with?
I'm gonna go with Doink the Clown. Or actually, I'm gonna go with Dink. Go with
Dink.
Dink.
There you go.
Dink.
Round 2. All right. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do best ECW tournament. I didn't start sharing it yet. So,
And that includes.
it's been a while since we've done a
WECW.
tournament. I can't even think of a good transition. We're
Gonna do a tournament.
Yeah, we're gonna
Transition.
Damone, explain Travi T rules while I get this set up.
So the way tournaments work here at T13.
At Travi T Media. At Travi T Media.
No.
That's
you don't
when
show
I
up
quit.
enough to be.
I'm
you don't
already
show
the
up
fucking
enough-
namesake.
You don't show up enough to be Travi T Media.
Don't have to.
You're the T, I'm the 1, and Damone's the 3 because he has triplets.
Nice. I'll take that. I didn't like it at first, but you turned it around at the last second. So the way tournaments work here at T13 Media is under Travi T rules because he's a fuckboy. To make sure that he doesn't just throw out 20 million things to put into the tournament, we have some sort of order. Each person will get a certain number. We put them into the bracket. We randomize them. We vote head to head until there's one final winner.
Okay.
Mike, you're not going to get the vote.
That's fine.
Damn, Damone.
There's 4 of us.
I know.
I'm only, as of right now, I'm only on 2 more episodes, but I won't vote. That's fine.
Okay.
You can set up in the corner and people can look at me and they won't be able to see you on Facebook.
You tried to guilt trip me. Nope, not today. That's today, Satan.
That's all right. I'll make sure you go last every time.
That's fine. I'll be the deciding vote.
You two need to vote the same each time. All right. So, bad guy, you go first. You're first. 4, 5, 4.
How many people?
No, we're doing 32.
We're doing 32.
32.
32.
ECW.
So then,
Take his first 4, and then we'll snake it.
That's fine.
Yes,
That's you, Kenny.
Turn.
Okay.
4. You get 4 people in.
All right. Let's get the GOAT out the way. Let's get CM Punk out the way.
This man didn't want to do WWE ECW.
Well,
and
we're
then
doing it
picks
now.
the first person from first person he picks is WECW.
I didn't even think about WECW.
I wasn't either when they first announced it, but I'm gonna go with Brian Pillman,
Okay.
Sandman, and Sabu.
Hey, you should love my show in Bookiverse too, because I got CM Punk and Brian Pillman.
And you're gonna fuck them both up. Travis, your turn.
We're gonna go with the heart and soul of ECW, Tommy Dreamer.
There you go.
We're gonna go with the perfect foil to Tommy Dreamer, Raven.
Okay.
We're gonna go with the human suplex machine, Taz. And we're gonna go with ECW's greatest export, Rob Van Dam.
You went with all the heavy hitters.
Right? Damone, your turn.
I'm going to go with the franchise, Shane Douglas.
Yuck!
He was the first champion.
He was
doing shit. He was great there.
He was also pretty decent in WCW for a while.
Right?
And then he got
tag
angry.
Teams.
You could...
Yeah, do tag teams is one, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Dudleys.
There you go.
That's a faction, but...
The Dudley Boys, sorry.
They're still a faction.
Yeah, it's still a faction, but that...
Yeah, it's
do you want to do
all of them together?
Yeah, I'll just do the Dudleys. Just all of them together.
Because that's how it was in ECW.
Yeah, you're right, because they have the GOAT Dudley Spike. Terry Funk.
No, we know who your favorite Dudley is.
Big Dick.
Yeah.
And for my last one, I'm gonna go with Tajiri.
Okay. What was Steve Austin's name? Was it just Steve Austin?
Yeah, Steve Austin.
Steve Austin.
Because it was after he was a blonde with Brian Pillman, right?
Yeah, it was after.
Let's go with Mick Foley.
To be real though, if we're gonna be real, he only had like 2 matches in ECW.
Yeah, he was only there for like 3 months total.
Yeah, but that's where he really got some of his promo. He did a lot of his promo work. That turned him.
Yeah.
I mean, he did shoot against WCW. Yeah. Mikey Whipwreck.
I just read his name too.
Good one.
And Balls Mahoney.
They should have had Big Dick Dudley and Balls Mahoney be a tag team.
Dick and Balls.
that sounds like something ECW would do too.
Next book and verse, I'm drafting them both.
Dick and Balls.
Dick and Balls.
Well, if I join this book at first, I'm taking them both.
You can have them. They're both available.
All right.
Are you gonna go?
No, so I'm gonna go again.
Yeah,
because we're snaking it. So Stevie Richards.
Good one.
Creed.
Let's go with Jerry Lynn.
Great one.
Okay.
Let's do. Is it 4? Are we doing 8 altogether?
Yeah.
Okay. Lance Storm.
Good one.
And Eddie Guerrero.
Great one.
Good one.
I know it's wrong, but I'll go back. Go ahead.
It's on me.
Yeah.
I'm going Mike Awesome.
That was going to be my next one.
Jericho. Masato Tanaka. And we'll go with Bam Bam.
It's my turn.
Bigelow. Yep.
Let's go with Public Enemy.
That's a good one.
Let's go with the Gangstas.
That's a good one.
Gangsters.
Yeah.
The Gangstas. Shout out to OJ.
Let's go with.
Wait. I feel like for that one, it should just be New Jack because what's his name? Mustafa wasn't really. Like,
he was there though.
They were there as a tag
he didn't really
team.
do shit. Just beat it. Like I don't know.
There was a tag team
big.
though.
He
We
was
didn't watch.
big.
We
He was a big
didn't watch
guy.
him. Is what I'm saying. Like, we watched it for New Jack.
We're keeping it as the Gangstas. FBI.
Okay.
Can I get one more?
Were they in the regular ECW or WCW ECW?
They were
They're
in
regular.
They were regular ECW.
Yeah, it was ECW first, and then they went to WB.
Okay. I remember him in WWE.
Yeah, they came back. That's why the pop was so hard when they showed up.
And then Kevin Thorne.
Oh, I forgot to put my boy in there.
I know.
Who?
That's good. Kenny's gonna get you.
Marcus Corvon.
Damn it.
Come on, Kenny, do it.
Wow, there's a couple big ones that we have not got on here.
Is Rey Mysterio in there already?
Nope.
Okay, Rey Mysterio. Or
Mike,
his cousin
your
Rey Mysterio.
timing is.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing it fast. I'm not
His
looking.
lesser known cousin, Tay
You know,
Mysterio.
Tay, little Tay. Shout out
This
to
is
him.
black cousin.
Did you already do super crazy?
Nope.
I'm doing all this.
I don't think your big names are gonna make the cut, Mike.
I'll take out if they don't. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Psychosis.
I was like, because I know where he was going with this.
Psychosis. Does he spell it? No.
It's at PSICOSIS.
That doesn't.
Oh yeah, there's one big name that's missing.
There's two big names missing.
And Juventud.
Hoovy.
All right. So I'm gonna take out Balls Mahoney and I'm gonna put in El Snow.
Oh,
Okay, that's not one of the names
that's
I was
not who
thinking.
I was thinking.
I almost put Al Snow in.
There's one more that off top that I
Who is
know. Perry Saturn.
No, that's not who I was thinking of either.
Those aren't big names. Who you got them on?
Yeah, Rhino.
Oh yeah.
Rhino's a big name.
Rhino was. I was thinking Rhino too. You can take.
I'm not taking Kevin Thorne out. Don't even ask.
Scroll up some.
I'll take out Austin and put in Rhino.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that's a good choice.
Steve
Also,
wasn't shit there.
We're
Austin
only
didn't
counting their
really do
ECW
anything.
careers, correct?
Right. Yes. Yeah, I'm only counting ECW. I'm not counting the other stuff they did because that's not fair. Because
Yeah.
they did if they did other stuff, but they shit in ECW. You should win the ECW tournament.
Yeah. Remember when we had an Italian man become the best Asian wrestler of all time?
He's not in my universe. He's not Italian.
And in our universe, he was a babyface.
Yes, he was.
Well,
And
not in my universe.
I love that storyline that I wrote.
It was a good storyline.
And
I gave you
and
props.
Keith shit on it.
Oh.
Well,
He completely shit on it.
Well, Keith also doesn't like Muhammad Hassan. He
Yeah.
said that when we did the voting.
Yeah, but I got
that's actually
dragged.
part of why
I got dragged for not liking Kendrick.
That's also probably why we pushed Muhammad Hassan so hard. Is
Well,
out of
you have to
spite
remember,
for,
like,
for Kenny or Keith.
At least I like Muhammad Hassan.
We didn't get.
I
Justin
know.
Credible in here either.
I meant Muhammad Hassan probably won that tournament just as the meme because of fucking Keith. It was probably partially a fuck you, Keith. to have him win the best Asian wrestler.
No, it wasn't a meme for me. Like, I'll fuck with Muhammad Hassan.
Me either.
I fuck with Muhammad Hassan too, but the fact he beat like Tajiri,
he's better than Tajiri. I think he is one of the best villains ever in wrestling.
The funny thing is he wasn't the villain.
I'm about to say the thing is he's not a villain either. That's the sad thing.
He just wanted equal rights. He just
wait till
fairly.
Wait till PTC in January.
Uh-oh.
All right. Are we all locked in?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Shuffle them cards.
Every day we shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle.
911 didn't make the cut. Sorry.
That's fine.
All right. The Gangstas versus Tajiri.
There with
Travis.
I think New Jack is more associated with ECW than Tajiri, so I'm going to go the Gangstas.
Bad guy?
I'm going to have to agree. Because I think Tajiri's like, he was more like the cruiserweight division, where New Jack is just like part of that hardcore shit. I don't really remember Tajiri ever doing a hardcore match in ECW, but I could be wrong.
Only thing I can remember from Tajiri is him and Super Crazy.
And they put on some bangers every time they fought.
Yeah, I would give it to the Gangstas.
I will say that
mostly New Jack.
Tajiri and Super
99%
Crazy,
New Jack.
I blame for the acrobatic spots of today.
They weren't the first to do that shit.
You blame?
I feel
like it's a problem. Shut up.
Yeah, I say it's not even bad. They didn't
like they look like a lot of their spots, like especially to start their matches, look like a dance and not a fight.
Good. Cactus Jack versus Shane Douglas. Bad guy.
Wait, well, what kind of fucking order are we doing?
I told you you're going last every time.
Travis, you go. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm stuck. I'm really stuck.
Cactus Jack.
Well, you were kind of quick on
Bad
that. Right?
Fuck Shane Douglas.
Really? That's what it is?
Yeah.
Shane Douglas
is a pussy.
Shane Douglas was kind of a he was, I wouldn't say he's a pussy, but he was kind of a douchebag.
Well, yeah, a lot of wrestlers are.
Yeah, I was about to say a lot of wrestlers are. So
here's the thing. Shane Douglas was one of the outlier members of the clique, the guys that would hang around and carry Scott Hall's bags and shit. And then when he got fired, he threw a fit and acted like he was some tough guy. And then when they saw each other again, he was trying to carry their bags again in WCW.
I don't give a shit about that.
Right. Yeah, but we talking about ECW.
He's the franchise of ECW because he couldn't do anything in the big leagues. Fuck him.
Well, we're talking about ECW, so.
I mean, when he went to WCW, and at that time he went to WCW, that was the big leagues.
I about to say this is the big league right here.
What did he do in WCW, Mike?
He was in the Resist. Was it the no? Was that it was
Yeah, none of us know either.
No, I just can't remember the name of the group, and it was do you remember the Radicals that went to?
Wasn't it the Revolution?
Yeah, it was the Revolution. That was it. So it had Lance Storm. It had who else went to WWE? I don't know. I can look it up later.
It was Shane Douglas. It was Shane Douglas. He was the leader. Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn, and Asia.
Yeah.
So Lance Storm wasn't in it.
No, it wasn't Lance Storm. It was Dean Malenko I was thinking of.
I'm gonna edge it to Cactus Jack because the main thing I'm thinking of is the promo he put on ECW for Shane Douglas.
Kane Dewey.
So what?
The Kane Dewey promo.
Yeah, like when he was just going in talking about the new era ECW. I fucked with that.
His anti-hardcore.
Damone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Shane Douglas a sympathy vote. He's the first ECW champion, multiple time ECW champion. He threw the belt down. He said, "Fuck WCW, fuck WWF, fuck them all. This is ECW, bitch."
And then he went to both of them.
Yeah.
Actually, did he?
He went back to WWE.
Yeah,
Did he?
He did, yeah.
Yeah. Post buyout.
RVD and Kevin Thorne.
Oof.
Travis.
Kevin Thorne.
Bad guy.
It's RVD.
Yeah, I can't do the meme. It's RVD. The whole fucking show.
Mikey Whipwreck versus the FBI. Bad guy.
I'm gonna go Mikey Whipwreck. He's more legendary than FBI
Travis.
was.
Nah, Nunzio / Low Guido is more legendary than Mikey Whipwreck. It's FBI.
In ECW?
And everywhere.
No, not in ECW. He wasn't.
Yes, it was.
I'm going with Mikey Whipwreck. He was the ultimate baby face.
Yeah, but say ECW, Mike Whipwreck was that. It was like one of the guys.
He was like he was like almost like their Daniel Bryan.
Exactly.
Like he was their baby face.
The stunner.
Yeah, he did. He created the stunner.
Stone Cold stole from a lot of things in ECW, so you gotta give him his credit. He stole
the whippersnacker,
move and everything.
All right, let's go. CM Punk versus Super Crazy. I don't know, Travis.
We probably 3-2-1 this. It's CM Punk.
Yeah,
you can't 3-2-1 it for me.
You going Super Crazy?
I'm going Super Crazy. Like I love CM Punk, and like my introduction to CM Punk was ECW, but I feel like he didn't really like. I feel like he didn't really do that. I know he was ECW champion, but it felt like he was. I guess it kind of felt. It felt like he's
an ECW original, Damone.
What?
You heard me.
He's not an ECW original.
He is. He fought against the New Breed.
Yeah, I hated that. He shouldn't have fucking fought against that. Shit was dumb. I think that's part of the reason I didn't like his ECW run, because I hated that he should have become the leader of the New Breed. But then he turned and fought with all the old ass ECW people that no one wanted anymore.
It was because he had the heart and soul of an ECW original. That's all that was.
I hated
what it did. I mean, I got it, but yeah, but it didn't make sense. But I got what they were trying to do.
Taz versus the Dudley Boys. Bad guy.
This is fire. I'm gonna go Dudley Boys. I like I'm edging that too. I just think Dudley Boys is more. Yeah, they more ECW than Taz was. Taz was very stiff and everything, and he had a great style and everything. But I just got to give the Dudley Boys.
Travis,
I'm gonna give it to Taz. I think Taz is more important to ECW. I think the Dudley Boys could have been erased from history, and ECW would have ended up in the exact same spot.
I can't go that far.
Damone.
This is really tough because they're both really important. They both scream ECW, but I'm going to give it to Taz because he was so important to the main event. And like, there was a point where people were like, Taz is the best wrestler in the world, and he was sitting in ECW. So I'm going to give it to Taz.
And then he came to WWE, and Vince is like, "Goddamn, he's so short."
But we did that storyline right, Taz and Triple H.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
El Snow versus Eddie Guerrero. I just want to point out, Damone, I forgot why I said you were going last every time, but I'm sticking to it. El Snow versus Eddie Guerrero.
He forgot why he was mad at you.
I forgot. I did forget. I'm not gonna lie. Travis.
This would be a fire match. First off, I'm gonna go Al Snow. I think Al Snow had a better ECW run than Eddie Guerrero.
What does everybody want?
Head.
There you go. Thank you.
Head.
Bad guy.
Damn.
Because Eddie Guerrero didn't have a super long run.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're going ECW, I gotta say Al Snow. Al Snow is way more important than ECW than Eddie Guerrero was.
I agree. Like Eddie was there, but it was like a cup of coffee.
Yeah, it was the same thing as Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Rhino versus Psychosis.
This is a nasty match, but it'd probably be a banger.
And I'm gonna let Damone go first because he responded to my also.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Rhino. I'm gonna go with Rhino. He's the final champion. I'm pretty sure he was the final TV champion and the final ECW champion. So, and he was. When I think of ECW, I think Rhino's one of the people I think of. Spear or Gore.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to Rhino as well. I don't even know if I'm next. I just said it.
So, yeah, I agree too.
Raven versus Sabu. This is a banger. Bad guy.
Not to me. It's Sabu. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never got the hype about Raven. That's just my opinion. I never got the hype about Raven.
Well, you know what? Some of the best time we ever had on the show is watching Raven promos. So
it was him walking around the suburbs.
And random playgrounds.
That sounds like a good nap for me.
Rooting.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Raven. I think that I don't know. This is hard, but I think Raven has I couldn't tell you outside of never mind. I'm gonna stick with Raven just to send it away, but I was gonna say I can only think of one Sabu storyline, but I can only think of one. I can think of two Sabu storylines. It's Sabu. You gotta do Sabu.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can think of several.
I can think of for Raven. I can only think of him versus Dreamer, and then with Sabu, I've got at least Rob Van Dam and Taz.
Raven versus Sandman when he turned Sandman's children against him.
Yeah,
I don't know enough about that.
And that's literally the crucifixion story.
Oh, okay.
It's literally he turned these kids, his wife and kids turned on Sandman. They beat him down, and then he crucified them.
Hey, if y'all want to see more crazy Raven antics, check out PTC and Book of Verse 2.
I'm gonna give it to Raven, even though I know I'm losing here. I think he's a better promo, and he had good matches too, and his story encompassed so much of the ECW style, and he was that grungy, I guess dirty feel that ECW had.
Sabu
was better than
Sabu was too, but
the only reason he was better in promos because Sabu didn't talk in ECW. he just came with there.
Sabu's not a good promo though.
He doesn't. Yeah,
I know what I'm saying, but in old ECW he didn't talk.
I know, but if he did, he's not better than Raven.
He wouldn't be right. Raven
he wouldn't be better than Raven. Raven's a top 10
Raven's probably the best promo in ECW outside of Paul Heyman.
Yeah,
Raven.
No, I don't agree.
Who do you think is?
Who do you think is? Who are you taking?
Shane Douglas is one right there.
I'd say Shane is.
Tommy Dreamer was better.
I don't like Dreamer.
No, Tommy Dreamer is not a better promo.
I don't like Tommy Dreamer as a promo at all.
L plus ratio plus Raven better.
Stevie Richards versus Lance Storm. Travis.
I gotta give it to my boy Stevie. Stevie did a lot of stuff in ECW.
Bad guy.
Yeah, I'm also going Stevie Richards.
I'm also gonna go with Stevie Richards. BWO for life.
You know we're missing though. I was thinking about it earlier, and I forgot his name. Was Steve Carino.
I looked at him, but I didn't know how much he actually did in ECW. I only know him as an announcer for Ring of Honor.
Steve Carino, he was a good heel. His thing was being anti-hardcore.
Yeah, that's a good gimmick in that.
So Mick Foley.
So Sandman versus Tommy Dreamer, Damone.
I'm gonna give it to Sandman. You know how you don't get the Raven hype? I don't get the Tommy Dreamer hype. I think Sandman was closer to the heart and soul of ECW than Dreamer was.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I think of both when I think of ECW, but I'm gonna give it.
Tommy Dreamer was the babyface.
I was gonna say Tommy Dreamer is literally the heart and soul. He was pretty much like Damone. He was pretty much the Ricky Steamboat, like how Travis portrayed him.
Yeah, I don't like
what
it.
he was.
I hate that. No,
but
better. Also, did he ever pretend to be blind? Like literally refused to leave his house, refused to answer the door because of his storyline.
I don't care about that.
Sandman.
Let me tell you why Tommy Dreamer is the GOAT. Tommy Dreamer knew that he didn't need to win to get people to cheer him. He refused to lose or to beat Raven like 25 times. Like anytime him and Raven fought, he lost. Up until the very last time when Raven was leaving and Paul Heyman forced him to take the win.
He even refused to take the world championship too. He said, if I take it, I want to take it away immediately. So the only time he's won it, he got it taken away from the same exact night. Like
he's the fucking GOAT. Give it to Tommy Dreamer.
I don't
it's
get
still
it.
hard though. I just don't. I mean,
Mike, put a vote for Tommy Dreamer.
All right.
I'll probably go Tommy Dreamer as well. That's edging it though, because I messed with both of them heavy.
Rey Mysterio versus Jericho. Bad guy.
Banger of a match.
That's fire. Especially that version too. Those versions of them too. ECW versions. I'm gonna go Rey Mysterio.
How long was Mysterio in there? Because I know Jericho wasn't there long.
Rey Mysterio was there for a little minute.
Because Jericho wasn't there a full year. I know that.
Let me look it up because I know Rey Mysterio was there for a minute.
Because I feel like I remember Paul Heyman and Jericho talking about it on the podcast.
Oh, he's only there a year. I thought he was there for longer.
Rey Mysterio?
Yeah.
Look up Jericho.
All right, come up right now.
To be fair, ECW star burned pretty quick.
Because he was there from 95 to 96. Now Jericho was there from these dudes. They were wrestling everywhere, so I gotta keep scrolling. He was just 96.
All right, I'll give it to Rey Mysterio.
I'm also gonna go with Rey Mysterio.
Okay, Brian Pillman versus Tanak. It says Tanaka.
Masato Tanaka.
It's Tanaka, yeah.
So, Travis.
I'm going Tanaka just for foreshadowing purposes.
Bad guy.
I'm gonna go because everything I think of for Brian Pillman is WCW shit, though.
Yeah, I have WCW and WWE. I didn't even know he was in ECW.
I'm gonna be honest. I
don't remember anything he did in ECW for. I'm gonna go Tanaka then, because I remember Tanaka matches. I don't remember shit about Brian Pillman in ECW. I just remember everything I'm thinking of the top of my head is all WCW shit.
Damone?
Yeah, I agree. I didn't even realize he was in ECW until Travis put him in the tournament.
Kenny put him in there, not me.
Or was it Kenny?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, I don't remember him being there.
I remember him being a Hollywood blonde and then being the lunatic member of the Hart Foundation. That's it.
Same.
And I remember the Bengal tights when he was a single in WCW.
So Mike Awesome versus Terry Funk.
Fire.
Damone. I don't know who's next.
No, it don't matter. I'm just thinking.
I'm gonna give it to Terry Funk because he gave credibility to their extreme division because he was the grizzled vet and he put a bunch of people over and he was doing fucking crazy shit at 70 years old.
Terry Funk was
still
old
70.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm just realizing how this motherfucker had a career in the 40s.
He's been 70 for 40 years.
Right. And he was doing barbed wire death matches. So I'm giving it Terry Funk.
I want to go next. I'm going to go Mike Awesome because, once again, for foreshadowing purposes.
I know what you're doing.
I know.
I don't know what he's doing.
I'll tell you if it goes through. If it does or doesn't go through, I'll tell you.
All right.
I don't want to sway Kenny's vote beyond what I said.
I'm trying to because I got my reasons for each one. I'm gonna go. Terry Funk.
Ooh, we could have got Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka in a tables match in the next round.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I knew what he was doing when he said foreshadowing.
Jerry Lynn versus Public Enemy. Bad guy.
Jerry Lynn. I think Jerry Lynn put on way better matches than Public Enemy ever did. Jerry Lynn versus RVD was always fire. So yeah, every time I think of Jerry Lynn, I think about him versus RVD, and he was always fire.
Travis,
Jerry Lynn by a lot.
Damone?
I'll give Public Enemy a sympathy vote. They were like one of the bigger tag teams in ECW, so I'll give them a sympathy vote. By the way, Terry Funk was born in 1944, debuted in
1945.
Debuted in 1965,
and by his second birthday, he was already a 70-year-old man,
and then didn't retire until 2017.
So 65 to 17.
Yeah.
What was that? 55 years.
53, 52
years. Jesus
52
Christ.
Years.
Bam Bam Bigelow versus Hoovy. Travis.
I didn't know Juventud was in ECW, so I'm gonna go Bam Bam.
I'm going Hoovy because for Bam Bam didn't do shit in ECW. It's one of them kind of things.
I didn't care about this one at all, from either point of view.
I'm gonna give Bam Bam because of his match with Taz. I feel Hoovy is one of those people I remember mostly from WCW.
Yes, well,
I know Bam Bam was too, but
now yes, but as like if you asked me like 5 years ago, I'd have said I only remembered him from Mexicools.
I remember him honestly. I remember him more from WCW.
Yeah,
than I did WWE. When he had the mask and then he lost the mask. Then he's in the LWO.
Loved the masks.
They did.
Yeah, no, they did. Bischoff said that that was a thing he was doing. He was trying to take away the masks. Yeah, Why? It wasn't the best idea.
Well, he's full of not the best ideas.
He was also full of some of the greatest ideas.
He had one good idea.
And it revived the business.
He had one good idea. And he took it everywhere he's ever went since then. And he failed.
I mean, if I had one good idea that revived an entire industry, I would also bring it everywhere. So that's fine.
You talking about the idea he stole from Japan?
Yes, exactly.
No, he stole the idea from Japan.
No, he did.
He didn't.
He said he did.
He didn't say he stole it from Japan.
He took it from Japan.
He may have been influenced.
Get the fuck out of here.
He discovered
whatsoever. The story and the storyline wasn't the same at all.
He fucking Christopher Columbus that shit.
He did not. He did not. Don't talk about Daddy Bischoff. All right, so
he's overrated. I actually like him better as a character than I ever did as a booker.
No. All right, so the
I agree, Damone
versus Cactus Jack. Damone.
This is about to be crazy.
So if it was New Jack versus Cactus Jack, I would have voted for New Jack.
Yeah.
But because it's the Gangstas, I'm going with Cactus.
I mean, New Jack is part of the Gangstas.
I understand, but being the Gangstas brings it down.
Okay. Well,
it brings down the value.
Well.
We're going to go with Cactus Jack as well.
I was if it was New Jack, it would be more of a fight, but he got Mustafa with him.
Just big for no reason.
Who voted for the Gangstas?
No, nobody did. We all voted for Cactus Jack.
I'm so confused. What's going on?
We could have had it. Never mind.
I thought you said that he voted for New Jack.
I was going to say we could have had a Jack off.
RVD versus Mikey Whipwreck.
Hold on. Would Big Dick Dudley and Balls be invited?
Yes, of course.
Dick and Balls. Dick and Balls versus the Jack Off.
That's awful.
Ew.
Yeah,
that's who voted. Which one of you guys drafted Cactus?
I hate this episode. Now we got that, and you calling people Daddy Bischoff. Like this is awful.
I think I have Mick Foley. If you do the book first, I'll let you borrow him for that.
All right, cool.
And I have New Jack.
I say no. There you go. You can make the Jack Off. I'll get Dick and Balls, and then we'll do a talent exchange. RVD.
That's the sound that's getting made.
RVD versus Mikey Whipwreck. I don't care who goes first.
RVD.
Yeah,
there you go.
RVD.
I'll give Mikey a sympathy vote.
CM Punk versus Taz.
Oh,
That's fire.
It's fire.
It's fire, but I'm going Taz.
Agreed.
Taz was more important in easy. If we're gonna go ECW, CM Punk was not as big like that.
No.
Right.
El Snow versus Rhino. Now this is a banger.
Agreed. I'm going to go Al Snow.
I'm going Rhino this time.
I'm also going Rhino because, like, I know Al Snow had a good career in ECW, but when I think of Al Snow, my first thought isn't ECW, it's head.
Yeah, what's his head?
Right.
I think of Rhino as like a journeyman. I don't even think of any.
When I think of Rhino, I think of ECW because they keep putting him in ECW reruns.
Yep, every time.
Gotcha.
Him and Tommy Dreamer have been living off ECW for the last like 30 years.
Sabu too.
Sabu too. Reunion.
Sabu versus Stevie Richards.
It's Sabu.
I'm gonna give a sympathy vote to Stevie Richards because I think Sabu's gonna go through.
Yeah, it's Sabu.
But Stevie Richards does not deserve to get swept.
Tommy Dreamer versus Rey Mysterio.
It's Tommy Dreamer by a lot.
Yeah, I go Tommy Dreamer.
I'm gonna give Ray a sympathy vote because Tommy Dreamer should not sweep anybody.
He agrees with you.
Tanaka versus Terry Funk.
This could have been a fucking tables match, but y'all fucked it up.
This could still be a tables match.
It could. It'd be a tables and a thumbtack. And
how about that barbed wire?
You're just getting a death match.
I'm gonna go Tanaka.
I'm going Terry.
I'm also going Funk.
Jerry Lynn versus Bam Bam Bigelow.
Jerry Lynn.
I didn't even need to wait for that. I
thought about it for a second with Bam.
Cactus Jack versus RVD.
I like that you called him Bam like you know him. Cactus Jack. No, RVD.
He's one of my talents. We talk.
I'm going RVD.
Did you get Take Super Crazy too?
No, I didn't take Super Crazy.
You've been fucking up. They're over. Fuegos Locos.
Were they really that over?
Yes, they were over.
I'm going RVD. The disrespect towards that tag team.
Oh, with the Cactus Jack. Yeah, I don't think Frito Lay's was over.
Taz
they got nothing but high scores.
Bruh.
Taz versus Rhino.
Okay. I'm gonna go Taz.
I'm also going Taz.
That's funny. He said Frito Lay.
That was a good one. I wish I would have used that when I did the Enzo roast, but that was good.
Sabu versus Tommy Dreamer.
Fire. I repeat, this is fire.
Tommy Dreamer.
11.
Yeah. And Damone's gonna go for Sabu. Simone's gonna go for Sabu.
I'm definitely voting for Sabu. So it's
up to you. I see, because he doesn't understand Tommy Dreamer.
No, I don't.
I don't get the hype. I don't get the hype.
I'm gonna go Tommy Dreamer.
Good job.
Come on, Kenny. You betrayed us.
I love Sabu too, but
he's banned again. I'm rebanning him.
Tommy Dreamer is literally the heart and soul, though. He literally is the heart and soul of ECW.
I'm rebanning Sabu because you voted against.
Terry Funk versus Jerry Lynn.
Fuck.
Jerry Lynn.
This is literally RVD versus fucking Cactus Jack all over again.
It really is like the off-brand version of that match.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Funk.
Fuck. You gonna do that to me, huh?
You don't think Mick Foley or Terry Funk's the bigger star overall?
Mick Foley's the bigger
1,000% Mick Foley. If Mick Foley and Terry Funk walked into somewhere together, people are gonna notice Mick Foley.
Well, obviously now, but I'm saying all their whole careers, because Terry Funk has been a main eventer for 60 years.
Yeah,
I hear you, but thing is, you have to legit be
You have to
wrestling
be a
fan
wrestling
to know
fan.
Terry Funk, where
Yeah, that's
you
fair.
could be a
That's fair.
casual and know who Mick Foley is. Like because people know Mankind when they see him, but they don't
Yeah,
really.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Terry Funk
It just
didn't
made-
really do anything in
It just made me
WWE
think because
for us.
Mick Foley did an interview with Stone Cold, and he said that Vader is a bigger star
In Japan.
in the entire world. Like if you
Oh,
take
okay.
if you
I think
take
in
their
Japan.
star power across the entire world, Vader's a bigger star than Mick Foley. This is Mick Foley's.
That's how I feel about Terry Funk, though. I feel like because Terry Funk was big in Japan, so
that's what I'm saying. Like his whole career, like if you like everybody that's ever watched it, like obviously this isn't real, and you couldn't do this, but like if you took everybody that's ever watched wrestling, is Terry Funk a bigger star? Because I think he might be.
I think it's close.
It just depends.
But I
because
think
like
I think
like,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say it just depends on what the location is because like I said in Japan, I think Terry Funk is the bigger star. Like Terry Funk is pretty much a god over in Japan.
We're saying worldwide forever, ever.
Worldwide, like I said, it's different
Mick
though because WWE is known in certain places. Like you probably like Saudi Arabia or whatever. I would say Mick Foley would be bigger, stuff like that. Because I don't know. I just feel like Mick Foley's probably bigger.
Okay.
I just think it varies though where you're talking.
Yeah, I think it's Mick Foley because like we said, most casuals know Mick Foley. Most casuals don't know who the fuck Terry Funk is. So, and I think that WWE, WWF bump that Mick Foley gets puts him over the top of Terry.
Yeah,
and yeah, I think he gets the bump.
Was Terry Funk ever was he big in WWE? I just remember Chainsaw Charlie.
He never. Charlie. He was and the other thing that that takes away from Terry Funk is when he was at the height of his career, wrestling was still regional.
Yeah.
When Mick Foley was at the height of his career, it was going global.
Right.
So that makes sense. It's your pick, Demo.
Oh, I'm giving it to Funk. Or no, I voted. I voted for Funk.
Yeah. You voted for Funk. I'm going Terry Funk. I'm gonna go Terry Funk. Barely. It's barely an edge too. It's barely an edge.
Fire. RVD versus Taz.
Yeah, this is fire.
Yeah, this is fire.
To me, this is the finals.
Yeah, but this one was. I'm not mad whichever way you go.
I think I'm gonna go Taz just because I feel like they really. I know people say like RVD was what they built the company around, but they put the title on Taz. You know what I mean? They built like the main event around Taz. They didn't build it around RVD.
They did do it around RVD at one point too.
He was never an ECW world champion.
Yeah, he was.
Not in the original.
I thought he was.
No.
Wasn't the whole? I think that was whole part of like him winning
ECW
the title
one night stand. Yeah,
John Cena, right?
Cena, yeah, was that he never won the world title.
So what's so he held the TV title then when he was
he held the TV.
He held the TV title for like 2 years straight. But
I remember him holding that title forever. Whichever title he held it forever. Okay.
So did Taz though, but he was the world champion.
Okay.
Which to me means more.
Did RVD break out of ECW before Taz?
They both left when the company closed.
I thought Taz left first.
You're right. You are right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Taz leaving is part of what killed ECW. So I'm gonna give it to Taz because I think Taz was more important to the company. And like I said, at one point he was like when you were talking about the best in the world, like ECW's contribution was Taz.
I never thought of it like that. Yeah, go ahead and give it to Taz then. If him leaving really shut down the company like that, I guess I gotta give it to him. That's crazy.
Tommy Dreamer versus Terry Funk.
I'm going Tommy Dreamer.
You already know my vote. It's Terry Funk.
Should have been Terry Funk. I agree. Should have been Terry Funk.
Chainsaw Charlie also would win.
Taz versus Tommy Dreamer.
It's the feud right here. This is pretty much the finals too as well.
I'm going Taz.
I'm gonna go Tommy Dreamer just because I think he's the heart and soul of ECW, and they always call him the heart and soul of ECW.
Oh look, Taz won because I know
he is the heart and soul of ECW, but I'm giving it to Taz, but not because of my Tommy Dreamer dislike. But that's part of it, but a small part. I think all the things we said about Taz being, but he was also the centerpiece of the company. Like they legit were like, Taz is the guy. Taz is ECW.
Right, and I think Taz,
all his stuff, like his feuds with Sabu, his feuds with Bam Bam. Like when they brought in new guys, they were feuding with like for the main event, they were feuding with Taz, not Dreamer.
Did we have Taz win the title? Well, we did, or the champion of champions.
Yes.
For ECW.
Yes.
Did he? I think so.
Yes.
I don't
yes.
remember.
100% because that's where the Taz versus Hogan thing came in.
Was it? Because we did another tournament.
We've done Taz versus Hogan in multiple tournaments. The original was the Champion of Champions.
That's nasty.
Was it? They were pushing hard for that to be like the finals.
That's nasty.
I fucked it up on purpose.
That's nasty.
And then we did a whole episode about it, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think, did we? I don't remember if we
I think
did.
that was after we did like three.
We
did like three fucking three tournaments where it kept coming up.
I wonder if I don't remember if we did.
I think what we do. That. What did we do? I think we did.
This was early.
Make the pay-per-view of it is what I think we did.
This is. I think this was before you.
Was it the GOAT tournament that was? It was either the
GOAT? It was early. Like this was like before.
Okay,
I could have sworn
it was the Clash of Champions. Then we did a decade in review. Then we did What If. So we never did Stone Cold versus. Because that's when we started the What If.
Stone Cold, not Hogan.
It was Stone Cold versus Taz.
Right, because we wanted. I think it was supposed we wanted Hogan and Taz, or we wanted Stone Cold and Taz, and then Hogan.
We got Hogan Taz.
We got Hogan, or no, we got Hogan Austin.
Yuck.
I don't remember.
We got Hogan Austin, but we wanted Taz Austin.
Yeah,
and I voted to make sure that didn't happen.
Why?
And we could have had such a great finals.
Taz versus Austin is a much better match.
Agreed. I think we said that the last time too.
It's a better match, but for what we were doing at the time, it wasn't the right decision.
Disagree.
Fuck off.
I'm all about integrity.
Yeah, what happened? Remember Holes?
Holes was integrity. It's the greatest, not only the greatest children's movie, but also the greatest children's book. Fuck, wait. I didn't have anything to do with Sister.
What about Holes?
Holes beat Harry Potter in the best children's novel.
Even though we hadn't read it.
As it should.
All right. Holes is I've read it. Holes is one of my favorite books.
Hold on. So, a precursor to the Book Adverse. In episode 52, it was Damone versus Travis. You both drafted a roster, and then you went head to head with those rosters.
What?
Episode 52.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember that either.
It says you use your draft rosters from episode 51, and then you booked head to head. I'm gonna go back. I'm going back to episode 52, and I'm gonna give it $ ratings and see if
it's probably not good. Why just the highest ratings ever?
I'm gonna go back and watch it too.
I do remember that.
It was pre-video.
You would have to listen
video, so you have to go to Spotify or any podcast listening app.
I got Spotify now, so I'll check it out.
Yeah,
episode
50.com.
51 was the draft. 52 was D Money versus Primetime Travie T. And episode 50 was the Fiend versus Hurricane.
You gotta listen to that one, Kenny. Please listen to 50.
The only thing I got saved on Spotify right now is teeing off with Travie T in the bag. Let me see. This is
the Fiend versus Hurricane is the wildest story. Like, skip my part. You don't even need to listen to my part. You don't have to listen to my part. Listen to Travis.
It's the GOAT!
Y'all told me about this shit like 50-11 times, and I hate it.
Not 50-11.
Not 50-11.
I had to bring it back. Shout out to Yin Yang Twins.
All right.
Oh, shit.
So that's book it.
Bye.
No, we gotta do plugs.
We're going to do plugs. Bad guy.
They know who I am.
Go to any social media and you shall find Bad Guy Has Spoken. on everything, just like that. How I got over there. Bad Guy Spoken. If you want to see any of the podcast videos, go to YouTube's and check out Bad Guy Spoken Podcast, and you will see Bad Guy Spoken Podcast. You'll see Unbiased, the football podcast. You will see Jukebox, which is the album listening review podcast. A bunch of food podcasts like the Food Truck Fridays, Local Food Fridays, and every now and then I do a Monday Night's Game Night. So yeah, go ahead and check that out.
Travis?
Follow me on all social media at I am TravvyT. That is IAMTRAVVYT on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm not on any of those sites right now, but I will be back in January.
Travis, you look like an Amish banker. You can
Damone, you look like you live outside of the bank.
They won't let me in because I'm black. So follow me on Twitter and TikTok, DumbMoneyT13. So DAMONEYT, the number 1, the number 3. Follow me on both.
You can find me on TikTok, Hi-Fi Mike. Find me on Twitter, Hi-Fi_Mike. Find all the shows on the T13 Media Network on our website at T13media.com. That's the letter T, the number 1, 3 spelled out, media.com. Go buy a shirt. And that is Book It. See ya.
Bye.